Hello, hello. Sorry for the delay there. I was trying to remember everything I needed to do to post stream links and all that fun jazz. So, we're here. We're here. We have some tieflings and one kobold. One very. I would be terrified to be left alone in the room with Sunny. I'd be like, oh god. That's how Lucy feels right now, honestly. Where's my. There we go. I don't like Lucy's face. I'm just gonna redraw based off the original sketch. I don't know what I'm doing with her hand. We're gonna find out. We'll feel it out. We'll get there. Hey Deathlight, how's it going? Oh my gosh. Alright. I don't know how long I'm actually gonna be able to sit today. So we're doing it as long as I can. And then I think I might switch over to playing a game for a little bit after I'm ready to tap out. So I'll chat for a second. And then we're just gonna switch gears as we need. Hello, Bootsy. How's it going? How's it going? Let's stick chat there. Let's just pop out YouTube chat. Yes. There we go. Fantastic. Yeah, working out in the weather is rough. I love how Lucy just got thicker in the final sketch. That's funny. I know how to kind of bulk over my lines just a little bit if I need to, though. If I'm like, well, really? Alright. I realized I don't fucking know what overalls look like. And it's gonna be one of those artist moments where I'm just gonna have to, like, go and look up what overalls look like. For my own OC, even. My poor artificer. I don't even. This is the first time I've drawn her. Oh my god, this would be amazing icon art though. Like, ooh, I can save. Can I save the nose? Can I save the shape of her face and her nose? I don't like. Processing. What do I want to keep? Those are the parts I didn't like the most. So I'm left now with parts I don't hate, but I don't like this part of her hair. That doesn't feel right. Alright. Oh, because I like how it looks like her hair is being brushed back over there. Ooh, no, yeah, we're getting rid of that. Yeah, no, we're just gonna go ahead and, we're just gonna take what we want and leave the rest. And that's fine. But I'm also going to save this on another layer, so I don't lose it entirely. And then, boop. So now if I move this a little bit and I like tilt it, can I get it to like... Oh, she's got her head tilted like that way. That does line up actually really well. Did I say hey Bootsy? If I didn't, hey Bootsy. I am erasing her hair. Yes. Alright, alright, alright. What does Lucy look like? I think this is the part where we start to focus. I really enjoy talking to chat, but it does... Trying to focus on stories will pull me out of the zone. Except for that one time I was talking about spiders while I was drawing a kobold, and then somehow we were done, and I was like, what the fuck? We have now arrived at the station. I did. This is why I'm like, hey, we're in a little bit of a focus mode today. I think I should... I don't know. How is Bootsy doing? Happy the weather cooled down some, and just a sprinkle of rain. Yeah, it was really hot for a minute there. I'm happy it cooled down too. I already like this more. What it looked like before. Oh no, I already deleted it. Just like, fuck it. I know I hate it so much, I just erased it. That's funny. The spiders portaled you to brain stalled. Hold on. There we go. The spiders portaled me to when the drawing was done. Yes, I took the 4th dimensional shortcut. So half of the typo, but also I had chat was very scrunched. So I was reading like 2 or 3 words at a time. I was like, maybe I should make this larger, yes, so I can see more. We have the technology. All right. I absolutely was gonna redraw Lucy. And now I'm really glad I did. Just her face. Dude, I don't want to keep redrawing my own character. I'm like not trying to nitpick at shit. But if I make my own character look like shit, then it brings down the whole image. And I don't actually have a reference for her aside from one small doodle. Um, Whereas I've drawn Rhapsody a couple of times. I've drawn Artemis at least two, I want to say 3 times. I've lost count of how many times I have drawn Sunny. I don't know. I could draw this kobold from memory. You could put you could put me in a fucking life or death Saw scenario and be like, you have to draw this kobold exactly from memory or you will die. And I'd be like, I'll draw Sunny. Bam. But if I draw Spork, it's over because I always get the slightly greenish shade of yellow wrong. If the challenge was to get Spork's shade exactly right, I would fail. Instead of a wormhole, it was a spider zone. Yes. I went to the spider zone. Maybe it is more like the auto zone than the twilight zone then, because it was super fast. Fast like a East Parson spider. They like to go zoom. Alright, fine, I'll save it. I don't... What's going on? Flip it. Oh, because the file is so huge. Fair. There are 4 bards. The file's huge, I say, as it freezes on the ass. I wonder why it's so huge. It's because it's in 350 DPI. Wait, what? Is that the... Is that what it is? I don't know. This is why we're focusing on drawing and not talking. There's that part of your brain that like rifles through the files to go like, yes. Why am I drawing? Wait, we're on the wrong layer. No. Go back to Lucy. Go back to Lucy. Getting distracted. Oh. When I get to the flats, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to mute the microphone. Not there yet. We might hit the spot where I just I think my main worry is singing to my jams and getting DMCAs. I'm having fun with karaoke nights because, like, there's been at least 2 songs now. This is the second one that have made it on my playlist. They get stuck in my head. Or I'm like, oh, I did that without listening to the song. You know, I didn't do it any justice. So I'm like, all right. I like Jack Johnson, though. Alright. This eye is frustrating me. It's interesting trying to pick up where my, where I want my sketches to be. Where my lines. I don't know. Oops. Didn't mean that. Smudge. Whoops. Try and fix that. Just a little bit. Alright. We'll come back to the other eyeball. I might change where they're positioned at anyways so that it looks like she's looking at them. But it's also kind of funny if she's like looking kind of away because she's like, Lucy's struggling, okay? It's not one, not two, but three adorable, very flirtatious bards. Lucy is about to combust. Her face is just going to be so flushed. Alright, so I think that what's going on here? Alright, let's do the other part. I like that it looks like she's sweeping it up with her wrench, which is one of the reasons why I like that angle, even though it's not sticking out and like quite as fluid as the other ones, you know? don't think Lucy has pierced ears. No. Erase it all. Yeah. All right. Oops. uh. Oh no, did I? No, I didn't. Where is it? Oh, it's up here. It's up here. Oh god. Okay. All right. All right. Holy shit, that scared me. Okay, so that one's take 2. What did take 1 look like? Alright. Yeah, I don't know. I erased the eyes. I don't fucking know. Alright. Ooh, I don't know if I want to do the same thing, though. Control X, Control E. See, the thing about it being there... Alright, then we're gonna erase the whole lower arm and just keep the hand. And I'm going to... We're just gonna commit to this. I'm gonna erase that part. All right, Lucy. Okay, let's see if I can do anything with this. Boop boop doo boop boop. Or I can make this a little bit longer. But that makes this one a little bit flatter. That still works. And I can keep my sketch that I like. Yeah. And then I need to figure out what kind of wrench I actually want her to have, I suppose. So I can draw it. I need overalls and a wrench. Got it. Alright. I feel like I can merge these. Go here. One sec. Alright, hang on. I'm super thirsty. Alright. big stretch. Hydrated. A big yawn. We're tired today. Boop, boo, doo, doo. Alright, so I'm going to try to do some sort of stand-in for wrench. I don't even, what? Do 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 do. Bam, 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 bam. Trying to draw a wrench from memory just to see how well I can do it. Okay. I might be redrawing this, but it's one of those trying to figure out how well I can draw something from memory moments. Alright. Plus, it gives me a stand-in to draw the hand in. God damn it, that rhymed. Ha ha ha. Do do do. Ugh. God damn it. Oh, it's because my phone's not in. Alright. I'm like, why? Why is it going off? We are, there we go. What if I actually looked at how my hand looks holding something? Aha. Something. It's close enough for now. If I need to, I can grab a ref off stream. Alright, but for now, give myself at least a reasonable bar shape. So I will probably go back over this later. But for now, it works. We're like 80% of the way to a wrench. I don't know. I'm trying. I'm trying without a ref. Which is why you should just go get... Just go find a ref. It makes life easier. I'm doing this for fun. I like to see how close I get. I like to see how wrong I am. I like to humble myself as an artist and remind myself I don't know what shit looks like at all. And then you learn. And it really makes me go, oh, huh, I didn't notice that that detail was there. Oh, I didn't know it did that. And I pay even more attention, I think, when I go back and I look at stuff and I see what I missed. Alright. This is more or less alright for now. I don't know what I want to do with this part of her hair. It looks like it has like some hair scroofed up here. Oh, weird. Weird. Okay, I was gonna be like, I went to the Halloween store the other day, and I'm like, did I? I don't remember getting any Halloween stuff. And I was like, yeah, I got the thing. And I'm like, wait, what store was that? I'm like, wait, what? No, that was a dream. I didn't get any Halloween shit. God damn it. This sucks. Once in a while that happens. I dream about like real life stuff a lot. And so like I'll be like, "Oh no, I broke my phone." And then I look at my phone, I'm like, "Oh, okay, shit, that must have been in my dream. Thank God." That happened like a couple of nights ago. I had like a stress dream that I broke my phone. And I was like, "Ah, no." It still worked, but like the glass was broken and it wasn't like selecting stuff like it was supposed to, and so like it was only kind of working, and I was like, oh man, I gotta figure out how to get a new phone or replace the screen, and I was just like, this is dumb. I woke up and I'm like, oh thank God that was just a dream. Ah, it wasn't like end of the world stressful, it was just like gosh, of all the things. I guess though my stress dreams used to be like about running from tornadoes and like my teeth falling out and shit. So um, I'm not sure if my phone breaking is better or worse. I think I didn't. I at least have a backup phone this time. It's outdated and it's very slow. But I'm like, at least if nothing else, um, if anything happened to my current one, I would have a temporary way to like make phone calls and stuff. So, which is nice. It broke and I repaired it, and I was like, you know what, it's pretty much time for a new phone anyways. But because I repaired the screen, it still functions. So it's like I got it so that I could record with it, but the camera on my new phone, that's part of the reason I got the phone that I got, was so that I could have decent camera quality for recording my sketches and stuff. Okay, I think that's good. Hmm. I don't think I have any good spider stories lately. It's been quiet on the spider front. It's been too hot. Oh, must have moved the spider that was in my room out because I don't see him anymore. Although he was being a menace. Oh my gosh. Like at first he was fine. He was like parked over to the side and he wasn't in the way at all, honestly. Um and I think I ended up moving him out of the room on accident. So I don't know where he is now. But he started setting up shop on like the boom arm for my microphone, and then on my like I came over and he's like set up on my water cup, and I'm like, buddy, we were fine before. Why do we change up what we were doing? And I tried to move him, and then he ran and he hid, and fuck knows where he hid, and then I moved stuff out of my office, and so he probably took a ride on one of those things because I haven't seen him since. I hope he's doing okay. I lost my spider. I knew I shouldn't have named him Steve. It never ends well for Steve. The last Steve chat named chat named one Steve. Um he was my sink spider and he lived above my sink, and he was cool except for like he would come down for water whenever I do the dishes and scared me, and I'd be like, ah, and then he was like, ah, and flailed his little leggies out. But I went camping and I came back and he was no longer there. We couldn't find him and I was really sad about it. And then when we moved out and I was cleaning, I found him. Um, I was like, "Aw, R.I.P. Steve." Chat named him. I failed him. We have a Lucy. I should send the screenshot to the chat because I showed everybody else. No hollow dreams. Sweet dreams are made of bees. Here. Big stretch, don't fall. Ah. I'm scared my chair is gonna dump me one day. Lean back, stretch, and that's it. Get bucked like it's a gilding. What? I threw my pen. There we go. I need to finish everybody else's faces. That's fine. I think they're fine. I mostly feel like I was waiting for the mouth shapes for the song lyrics. I need to add the song lyrics. I need to draw her hands. And I need to draw her gloves. But these are things I'm adding on top. Or not her gloves, but her jewelry. I'm adding them on top of stuff. And then I don't know what we're doing for the background. Alright, I am gonna dart off to the restroom. We're gonna do a quick ad break. I'm gonna go pee real quick, and then I'm gonna start the flats, because I think I was also waiting for the flats to kind of decide where the pupils are for everybody. Lucy is kind of looking like nervously up, like not quite at them. I could also fix this by making Lucy shorter. Yes. Now she's... No. I was gonna actually say I could scoot her down a little bit more, but that's maybe not it. I could scoot the girls up a bit, but I don't want to throw off the composition of everything. So we'll probably just fix their eyes when we get to the flats. Fantastic. I shall return briefly. I'll be right back. All right. Big stretch. All right. I think we start flats. All right, so I should probably put everybody in the same folder. No, I always regret that. Because when everybody's in their own folder, if I need to scoot them around to fix the composition, then we can do it. Don't stop me now. Don't stop, 'cause I'm drawing some kobolds, drawing some kobolds. Poor YouTube, you have no context. I'm sorry. I have a problem. I have a problem where once in a while I start to sing, and when I'm singing, I randomly change the lyrics and I start singing about kobolds. Is it something wrong with me? Is it something right with me? I'm not sure, but it happens. It's so just sorry in advance. Hang on, I can hear I got shit in my chest. It's just lingering there, waiting for the next time that I laugh hard enough. My mom was like, you keep making yourself laugh and then it makes you cough. And I was like, damn it. But it's because I laugh hard enough and it like gets out the rest. Dude, that fucking cold is lingering. Thankfully, I don't think it's having the same effect as when I had like fucking COVID at the beginning of the year. That was stupid. That like fucked my voice up for like 3 months, and I'm like, ew. Beep beep beep. All right, hang on, I can feel it. All right, let's see if that's any better. I don't know. All right. I just don't like the select tool when I'm not using hard line art. If I'm using like a solid brush and there are absolutely no disconnects, then it works and it's fine. But if I have anything like this little gap, and it just leaves you obsessing over small details and everything when you don't need to, but you're like, oh, where didn't I? And it's already bad enough when I just trace the outlines, trying to go back and be like, where'd I miss? So rather than playing the game with the lasso tool, not the lasso tool, the bucket fill, essentially, I don't feel like the selection brush just my style specifically doesn't work well with it. And I think somebody with a smoother or less sketchy or more fully connected style might be able to use the bucket tool and like selection way easier. I feel like when I do emotes and ref sheets, it's easier. But there's still times where there's like awkward little corners or weird little bits. And it doesn't fill those in anyways. And so I end up having to crawl around the edges and correct where it missed or overfilled anyways. And I'm just like, bleh. I'll just fucking trace it myself and do it the first time. Because I've had some people be like, why do you trace? Why do you do that? Why do you do it the slow way? For me, it's not the slow way. That is the most efficient way. I don't have to go back and fuck with a bunch of shit. Like, it's clean. It's done. I use the bucket fill to fill it in, but the selection tool just never gets the line work very well. Like, if I tried to do it on Artemis, I wonder what it would select. Everything. Wait, what? Oh, no. That's not it. No, we want to be on this layer. Because, like, her hand's not connected and all that. And then, let's see. I want to invert it. And then we'll bucket fill. So, like, that's all it got with my sketch. And, like, I have to go and fucking fix all the rest of that anyways. There's some other ways I could maybe try to go in here and do it, but that doesn't have any solid lines, so, you know, like, it's a fucking clusterfuck, and I would have to sit there and go fucking tidy up my sketch and fuck around with all that and blah, 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 and it's like, you know what? Let me just draw the goddamn outline and bucket fill that. And that's what works for me. That's what works for my art style, and I don't know if that's helpful to anybody else. There's also, I grew up doing traditional art because we didn't have we didn't have digital art growing up. I only knew pencil, pen, and paper, and traditional mediums. And it was when I was in high school that I finally kind of started to get to experiment with digital artwork. It's interesting that I'm using Clip Studio now because I believe Clip Studio used to be Manga Studio, and I used to use Manga Studio a long time ago to draw. And I actually tried doing an animation. Like, I love that this program kind of gives me a lot of the tools to do stuff I've wanted to do ever since I was a kid, which really disappoints me that there's this. I haven't had time to look into it right now, but like, what the fuck? Something happened with like Clip Studio having an art contest, and they accepted AI art as one of the winners, and I'm just like, no, what? And like, I just don't understand. I don't know if it's somebody trying to push profits in the company and AI being the hot button word right now, but generative AI seems to be like the thing that these companies shouldn't want, because like, why would somebody want to pay for, you know, I guess what, Adobe, is it Illustrator, or Clip Studio Paint? Like, why would you want to pay for these to generate art for you or whatever? I'm not saying that Clip Studio generates art right now, but I'm saying that like, it's like, what if you don't encourage people to create art, like, everything's just gonna stagnate. Like, AI can't exist without new art or information being fed into it. Like, it's so to take the programs that make the content that they use and steal to generate stuff, to like basically start to wipe out the process of how they get their source material in the first place. Like, I don't understand. It's like, it feels like shooting yourself in the foot. It's like, no, you should be taking a stance against it and being like, hey, we support real artists. Look at the tools that we have. And like, there are some level of like, like, AI is the wrong thing. Like, it's not intelligent. It's going off of probabilities and like what is most likely. And so like, when you're talking about tools like a better bucket tool that's able to try to figure out what the fuck I am doing with my sketches and figure out how to actually accurately fill it in, like, that would be wild. A bucket tool that actually helped bucket tool, because I don't think flats are really that much of my creative process in the way that like you see me just blocking these out. Sometimes it is when I reverse do stuff, but like, I wouldn't, I don't use a tool to do it when I like sculpt it, you know. It would be like, for right now where I'm spending my time trying to carve this out, if something was able to like better assume which areas needed to be filled in and give me this flat layer that I sit here and I make, then I could get to doing all the other layers a lot faster and then get to the part that matters where I have my artistic influence, which is when I lock the layer in and I apply all the shading and everything. What I'm doing right now, it could be done by something else, right? That could be something that you could offshoot, and like it would save my wrist some like repetitive motion and some of the strain that I'm using doing this. So like I could see an argument for tool and like things that assist you in ways like that. But I don't understand sourcing the entire creative process, because that's uniquely human. Like it can't I don't understand. Like I feel like you don't understand art if you think that generative AI is art. Like art's supposed to communicate feelings, and when you put a bunch of prompts into something, you get a crapshoot, and it's just yeah, I don't understand why any art program would support something that is basically working against their entire clientele base. And it's wild to me that Adobe would, because when I grew up, Adobe was like the epitome of what you wanted. Like that was, you wanted Adobe Illustrator, you wanted Adobe everything. And like that was like the industry standard. That was like the go-to. But now when I see their ads, it's all with generated art and like promoting courses with another company on how to use AI to generate art. And like, I'm like, you're an art program. You could teach people how to make art, not just how to... Like, the fact that you have to generate multiple prompts and then select the one that you like shows that it's just like a shotgun scatter shot of, hey, you know? It's like, it's just wild. I don't know. I get some companies trying to cut corners and save money. I don't think it's a good idea. I think that I think what AI is going to end up being is a red flag for companies that want to cut corners and be cheap. And there's definitely people who will avoid it. There's also going to be a crowd of people who aren't going to be able to tell. And that's where they're going to get taken advantage of by these kinds of things. Or they're sold something like I couldn't imagine prompting and thinking that like that was making art and feeling like you were a good artist, and then your computer breaks and you don't have any access and you can't like sit down with a piece of paper and pencil and even try to begin to express yourself. Like I might have to readjust to the medium or a different material, but like I'm still in tune with my hands and how to create. It's just it's very interesting to me, and I think it completely misses the process. And like more than that, there's something to art that's healing in itself, in that it's like this moment where I haven't looked at chat and I don't care. I'm sorry, I'll look at chat in a minute because I do care. But right now we're in the zone and I am managing to talk while I'm doing the thing, because tracing this does not require all of my brain cells. But it's, yeah, sorry. We went on some there's times I've been distressed, and one of the ways that I can cope and calm myself down and ground myself is doing something tactile like drawing or painting my nails. But in this case, we're going to talk about drawing because we're going with a direct parallel here, you know? And it's like when you're actively involved in that process of trying to figure this stuff out, and like when I was muted in the stream where I was doing all the sketching and I was going really fast, There weren't many other thoughts in my head at the time. There were no room for other thinking. Like, it's just this moment of breathing and relaxing for me where it's like I am tapped into this moment. I am tapped into this creation. And I don't see how you get that from generating a prompt. Not in a way that would genuinely express yourself. Like, I don't know. I'm expressing myself with kobolds. I'm also not even necessarily a fan of them being given for refs. And, like, I guess I understand. And there's a weird zone of how do you work with AI refs as an artist. And if it's specifically for a character ref, like a ref sheet and a character that hasn't been drawn before, I feel like I would definitely prefer to not have a generated image given, because, or I would have to charge more, I guess, because I had to do basically a reverse image search and be like, this looks like hair from an anime character or something that's specific, because it doesn't do it exactly, but by not knowing what it's ripping off of when I'm trying to make a different version of it, if I try to fix what it made weird, but I just like correct it back to the other style, I'm not making that person a unique character. I'm accidentally making a knockoff Genshin, and like that's not what I want to do for my customers. And so if they browsed blue-haired anime girls and found, an anime girl that had a similar hairstyle or something like that, like that would be more useful to me, because then I could see that like that's that character from that property or whatever, and I can intentionally make sure that I have a like the inspiration from the design while making sure that it's different enough to still be unique and feel like that character. Because I don't think anybody wants to have a character that they've paid money to have created and have the worst feeling ever happen where someone goes, that looks like blank, insert character from whatever property, and you're just like, please no. And I don't know if people mean to use it as a positive thing or a negative thing, but like, if you didn't feel like your character was your character and that they were just a version of another character that already existed, like I think of Grok, and they're like, what the fuck is going on with she looks like the Death Note girl. Like, I saw that immediately and I was like, what? What's her name? Misa? I think so. The fact that I can think, and I'm like, no, that's not, that's wild. And like, that's so bad for branding, because then you're conflating yourself with something that already exists. And so it's like, well, yeah, okay. Like, it's so, the whole point of marketing is to be unique and stick out. So the fact that generative stuff will give you the most likely outcome just inherently is fucking stupid. It's just fucking stupid. It is anti, like, theoretical to the whole concept. Like, it does not make fucking sense. You want to market, you want to stand out. What do you do to stand out? You don't do the same thing everybody else is doing. What does AI do? It takes a conglomerate of things that other people have already done, and it spits out a cannibalized version of them parted out into something vaguely recognizable. Like, it's super weird. I don't understand. And I think in the end, companies that use AI aren't going to get ahead because they're going to probably have a bad product that they don't like have a lot of faith in anyways, which is why they're not investing more money into it. Like it's yeah. I literally had a friend who was like, I want to start a game. I want to make a video game. And I was like, oh, that's cool. They're like, yeah, only problem is I can't afford an artist. And I was like, ooh, what sentence is coming out next? You know? And I'm like, yeah, that's understandable. Like it's not cheap. And you know, I wasn't sure like as an artist where this conversation was going, but they were like, yeah, so I figured the best thing I could do then was learn to draw so I can make my own assets. So where would you suggest I start? And like they were coming to me for advice on how to draw because they were like, I would never use AI. Fuck no. Like I would rather go do the hard route. And like I'm like, that's how you know the game would be decent, you know, because someone's willing to put the work in and the labor of love. And I'm just like, that's yeah, versus something where it's like there's no investment. I don't know. It's yeah, it's a it's an interesting one. Like we shouldn't be using it for making art. There's shit people try to say it's good for. Sorry, I'm just bashing AI, I guess. Sorry. Not sorry, but like, fuck. I know everybody's tired of it. But like, people try to be like, oh, I'm gonna say that it's gonna be good for, you know, doing medical stuff or whatever. And then it's like, boom, they find out that doctors who are relying on AI are getting like less involved with things because they're I think there were two separate studies. One that was just like they're basically relying on AI to do the work, so they're missing diagnoses on things. And then the other one basically noted that there's apps that help annotate stuff. And the idea is that the doctor should be able to spend more time focusing on the patient because the app will take notes and annotate it for them. But what ends up happening is that sometimes it doesn't transcribe things correctly. And because the doctor isn't actively taking notes, they're less inclined to remember things, which makes sense to me because I remember stuff. If I want to learn something, I write it down so that I have kind of like given myself a tactile like thing. Like if I write something down on a sticky note and I lose the sticky note, like I might still be able to remember what the fuck I wrote on it though, versus never making the sticky note at all. Or like when I was working on my VTuber, I have pages of notes, like physical notes, so that I could reference them, but also because writing them down helped me learn them better and helped me remember it firmly. And so like there's just a lot of evidence of when people outsource critical thinking to AI that the result is that they lose critical thinking abilities. Like it's literally your brain is a muscle, and if you don't work it out, you lose that muscle. It was like that whole brain game thing as a kid growing up on the DS or whatever, and it was like supposed to help you like stay sharp on stuff. And I'm like, I'm not sure exactly what the merit to some of that is, but I will say that playing Awaria and trying to sing Eminem rap songs on the same day, I woke up the next day and felt like shit was in slow mo. I was like, holy crap. Yesterday was high speed. Today is going half speed. And like it's kind of I was like, okay, cool. Like maybe I do want to play some more fast-paced games that kind of test my reflexes that way. I just have to I got my controller. I got the controller to see if I can plug it in. Cuz I can't sacrifice my drawing hand. All right. Did I fix everything that I want to fix? Maybe. I'm gonna leave it alone for now because I don't want to go tidying stuff too much. I do, but this isn't line art. This is sketch. Sometimes I just see shit that I'm just like, hang on though. That looks like crap. I need to save. Now I know. Alright, I'm gonna check out chat, sorry. Sometimes you have to make sure all the objects are shaped right. Yes, yes. The tools you use for audio editing, the biggest one is 3D Sound Program. You could use about 20 different filters and the math to make it all sound correct, or the tool to assist you and save a ton of times. Things should be AI assisted, not taken over. Yeah, there's ways that it can calculate stuff that can help, but like it's weird to outsource creative activities to it. Like you didn't really create anything at the end of the day. It's weird. That happened to you so much with Night Song in her Eldritch form and Full Metal Alchemist's Envy's monster form? Oh, I haven't seen that form. I don't know. And you had no clue what they were talking about because you'd never seen it. When you finally did, you still don't see it. Like, only the similarities is that they're big. Ah. A machine for malpractice. Oof. Yeah. I understand trying those things and then being like, okay, that didn't work. I just don't think we should normalize it if we're finding bad results. I think that we should be like, oh, yeah, all right, well, phase that out. We'll try something else. Because, like, there are definitely the fact that doctors are overworked and underpaid at this point in time, and that there could probably be, some tools to help shit out, but, am I on the right layer? What are we doing here? Don't. Okay, let's sketch. These should go on top. What is this one? Alright. It's the one I'm gonna use, is what it is. I always like using this, like, blue. It's like something I can easily see. Because, like, sometimes if a character's too close to the background color, I can't tell when I've not fully filled the lines in. It happens a little bit anyways, but like I feel like on the background this one's just a good fill color. I don't want to do the flats today. I really don't. I might just start the base and be done. Move on to something else. I really wanted to finish this one today, but I also really don't want to burn myself out. And that's where I'm like, this one's fine. We're making steps on it. I can work on something else for a minute. Oh, I'm sticking. I'm sticking. I forgot to put my drawing glove back on. I'm like, why is this so difficult? Because I'm a goofball. I'm a goofball and I'm doing it goofy. Man, I just want to talk about spiders again. The spiders are much happier. It's almost Halloween. I say in August. Look, my birthday's in 2 weeks, and like for my birthday, I like to decorate for Halloween. Oh, in the back of my streams, I used to have my little Halloween tree up. If anyone remembers those. I should do it again on my stream. It's a very pretty blue. It's a fun one. It's not too glaring on my eyes, but it's bright enough for me to see. I also just like the tactile feeling. I think that's a rant I was going to go on. I like the tactile feeling of drawing. So, like, part of the reason I also like tracing this out like that is because I've drawn traditionally my whole life, and it's that little comfort. Like, that's that little touch that makes me feel like I'm making art. I've always had to like use markers or paint or pencils or something to fill in an area. It's definitely like I appreciate, like that's the other thing is people think that I'm like anti AI just because I'm anti relying on AI or outsourcing all of your creativity or replacing our entire workforce or customer service reps or you fucking name it. Like I think that there's things that we should not be using it for, but I do think that there's good applications for it. There's just not enough of them to justify how much it's being pushed in all the other places to the degree it's being pushed. I need to give Lucy a tool belt. Ow. Yeah, I don't want to do the flats. I'll get myself the color palettes. How about that? Do 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 do. I think I need to actually go make sure I have good flats. That gives me a good enough. Did I save this one in flat colors? Maybe. And then this one is flats. So I even need to go find one more rough potentially. Yeah. Yeah, the part I don't want to do is finding all the... That's funny. I'm like, well, now that I have this, maybe. Why is this... Oh, because I'm trying to color Rhapsody instead of Artemis. Did I end up with one of Lucy? I can do import image, and then I can just go to here. Yeah. Hehe. Lucy. That's perfect. All right, and then whoops. Well, I suck at this. No, I'm just kidding. Boop. Cool. That's kind of ish for now. All right. So, what's next? I've done that. Actually, let me grab... There's got to be a flat color for... Let me see. How about a company altering content without content creators' knowledge? What? That sounds crazy. Anti-AI because 2 plus 2 being 4 shouldn't take 6 billion comparison operations and a waste of 2 liters of water. No, it's actually worse than that. Did you know that, like, Chat GPT doesn't understand fractions? Like, it'll think that, like, 1.11 is more than 1.2 because even though 1.2 of something is more than 1.11 of something, ChatGPT just knows that 11 is bigger than 2. So it will tell you that 4.11 is more than 4. Yeah, well, same thing. 4.11 is more than 4.2. Doesn't matter if it's 1 or 4. Like, the point is it doesn't understand the decimals, which is crazy, but I guess, yeah. Have you seen the old mechanical calculators? No, I haven't. I think that would be cool. Doesn't understand numbers. It's just stupidly expensive autocompute. Yeah, and then somebody is like, oh, you just don't know how to use it. You have to tell it to compute, figure out how to make the equation to run the math to get the math. And I'm like, you can tell a calculator how to do, you literally punch the numbers into a calculator and it does the job. If you can't ask Chat GPT, like, and it can't do basic math, like, what? And people just rely on it. They're like, this has to be correct. They don't double check it, and it's just like we're heading for idiocracy. I stutter. Look, I might be stumbling over my words, but, like, at least I wrote them myself. I didn't write anything. I'm sitting here. There is no script. This is craziness. pure unfettered bullshit. Alright, so let me see if I can find the tiefling. And then I'm tired. I would like to find this one. I need to fix the hairstyle, which is fine. I can fix the hairstyle. Yay! We have a flat. For Rhapsody. Whee! Okay. Here we go. Boop. Alright. That's as much as we're doing on this one today. I'm tired. I'm tired, Grandpa. That's too damn bad. Where's that? Oh God, where's that from? I just wanna go and find a spider and be like, hey, what kind of spider are you? My friend sent me a video. She was like, ooh, this is a cool spider. What kind of spider is it? And I'm like looking, and it's some kind of jumping spider, but it's not a zebra jumper. And then I went and I looked, and I was up. This is what I did laying in bed trying to go to sleep. I stayed, I think I stayed up till 2, yeah. I went and I laid down at like 1:30, and I spent like a half hour on my phone trying to compare this screenshot I took from the video of the spider's ass and trying to figure out which of the patterns matched it, trying to identify what kind of jumping spider it was. I failed. I did not identify the spider. I just know that it is a jumping spider and that she was folding a leaf over. A leaf full of her egg sac. I was like, oh, that's gonna be more baby spiders. Thankfully, it was outside. This outdoor spider. Yay. A lot of my friends are trying to be cool with spiders, but they're a lot happier with outdoor spiders than the indoor spiders, and I don't understand. Found one in my bed the one day. I'm like, that's the one place. I have one boundary. I had this discussion with Jellybean. He was just a little guy, though. I don't think he knew any better. He was just like, tra-la-la. And I'm like, sir, you're gonna have to leave. And I felt bad because I just whooped him off the bed. I didn't want to squish him. I didn't want to squish him for trespassing. I just whooped him off the bed. Sorry, guy. Alright, big stretch. Ugh. I like to lean back in my chair and try to pop my back, but the one time I almost tipped over. Scared the shit out of myself on stream. And so now whenever I lean back to try and do that, I like brace my hand against the wall so I can't tip. Like, yeah, no Skuttz tipping today. I'm a unicorn, not a cow. We can't do that. It's not nice. I also don't know what to do for the background on this one. Is it indoors? Is it outdoors? I didn't think I'd get this far. Let's spice this up a little bit. Is it like an outdoor? Is it like an outdoor thing? Or are we doing an indoor thing? Are we inside a tavern? This is modern day. I don't understand what I want to do with this. Maybe like a stage. Poor Lucy. She's like, why am I here? You're here. Do I just draw like some speakers? Actually, I guess I kind of do have that hollow thing in the middle. Yeah! Oh, dude, Google is so fucked. I tried to find this song, and like I literally typed in the whole brick of lyrics and put parentheses around it, and I still could not get the lyrics for this song. I was so frustrated. I was like, how do you not know Jen Cass? And I'm like, whoa, it got me so mad. It got me so mad I actually remembered the name of the singer. And so I went to fucking Spotify and I searched Jen Cass, and Pirate was the name of the song. And I'm just like, how? How did I have to... What? Like, I've been able to Google lyrics as long as I can remember. How'd we get here? We've fallen so far. Alright, what do we do? I don't actually know what I want to do. I guess this actually kind of works. I don't know what to do. It kind of works, huh? Oh, we're saving. Alright, I'm like, why can't I do anything? I don't want to do the flats. I want to paint the background. Let me Bob Ross. Let me Bob Ross. I want to paint. Let me paint. I just want to paint. What? No. Uh-oh. Where is it? Well, huh. I don't know where it went. That's fine. I will paint it next time. I'm not even sure if this is the background I want to do. Ow, I'm sorry. I sucked at doing cobblestones. Can I not control? Okay, I was gonna say, are we not letting me control Z? All right. Gonna leave it here for now. Gonna save it. I'm gonna send a work in progress, and I'm gonna work on something else for a little bit. Tired. All right, Twitch, if we had any ads lately, because I have to pee. I think it might be time for an ad break. I might come back around to working on the flats by the end of the stream. I don't know. Because now that it's started, I'm like, well, I could finish it. Chat, I'm going to hit BRB. We're going to run ads. I'm going to eat my last taco. And I think I'm going to try to bully myself through this. We're going to do the flats so that all I have to do are the final tweaks and some shading, and it will be done besides the background. And I will be glad when I get feedback on the background that I have so much less to do. We're gonna set our future self up for success, right? Future Skuttz. Right. Future. Past me. What? God damn it. I gotta get back in the DeLorean. However, I think I'm going to mute it. It's very warm in here. I left the room and I'm like, oh my gosh, it feels nice. And then I went back in here, I'm like, holy shit, it's a sauna. My lights make it get real hot real fast. It was barely cool today. It was in the mid 70s, so it's like, I'm tempted to take a extended break to eat my food. But I don't know if you guys want to chill for that long. I feel like I would have to just end the stream and come back. Yeah, you know what? I just want to eat. I'm sorry to make you guys wait and come back. I'm just gonna return in like 30 minutes. We're ending the stream, and I'm just gonna come back. I need to eat. I'm out of water. So I need to go get myself some more water. So I'm a train wreck. I'm a human being who needs food and water. So short break, and it'll rest my back for a minute too. I think I am gonna push to finish the flats on this. Now that I'm looking at it, I've totally changed my mind. I'm fucking amped up. We made it over the hill. So yeah, we're gonna take like half an hour break, and then I'll go live again. I am gonna just end the stream though, so you guys aren't waiting. It's just whether or not, I think I'll ping on Discord that I'm live again, but I don't know about making like another announcement on socials. So check back YouTube and Twitch about half an hour, about 7:30 to 8 p.m. Like, give me half an hour, and then I'll be on probably for the rest of the night till I can't sit anymore. I'm trying to get this finished, and it's a big one to get done, so. Alright, take care, have a good one, and I will see y'all later. Do we have anybody on Twitch to raid? Nobody doing art. Alright, no worries. Have a good one.